Hi, my name is Saoirse and I'm a nutritionist and healthy lifestyle blogger from Ireland. And on my channel, I help make healthy living simple because it doesn't have to be complicated. In today's video, I'm going to talk about something that has been about for a long time, but is only just now getting noted for its importance in health. That is vitamin D. Vitamin D is what's known as a fat-soluble vitamin. That means our body can store it. The other three fat-soluble vitamins are vitamin A, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Water-soluble vitamins are vitamin B and vitamin C, and our body gets rid of excess water-soluble vitamins, but it stores fat-soluble vitamins. When it comes to food sources of vitamin D, there are very few natural food sources. There would be egg yolk, liver, red meat, and oily fish. So your salmon, your mackerel, your tuna, your sardines. Foods can be fortified with vitamin D. That means vitamin D is put into them during the processing. That would be like your cereals can be fortified and some dairy products. Then, of course, there's supplementation. And then you can get vitamin D from sunlight. The UV rays from the sunlight, when it hits your skin makes its own vitamin D. Those would be the main sources of vitamin D. The most well-known function for vitamin D is that it helps aid absorption of calcium in the gut, and this helps maintain concentrations of calcium and phosphate, which helps us with strong bones and teeth. This also helps prevent hypocalcemia, which is low levels of calcium in the blood. This can lead to painful muscle cramps and spasms. There have been some studies that have suggested that vitamin D plays a role in glucose metabolism, and that low levels of vitamin D could lead to insulin resistance, which could then lead to type 2 diabetes. And of course, what has come to light most recently is vitamin D's role in immunity. It helps reduce the risk of getting influenza and improves cellular immunity by controlling inflammation. Now, inflammation is an important part of our immune system. The innate immune system releases things called pro-inflammatory cytokines when it senses that a virus or a bacterial infection, such as COVID-19. And that's its way of attacking the virus or the bacterial infection. But it's when there's too much inflammation that problems can occur, such as chronic illnesses. Vitamin D deficiency is actually a very common problem here in Ireland, and it has been linked to an increased risk on getting community-acquired pneumonia or other acute respiratory illnesses. Vitamin D deficiency has also been linked to low bone density and weak bones, so children might get rickets, and then adults would get osteomalacia, which could then progress into osteoporosis, and that's an increased risk of fractures and breakages. Like I said before, vitamin D has very limited natural sources when it comes to foods, especially if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, because most of the food sources, if not all of them, are animal products. So you've got your fish, your liver, your meat, your eggs. The only way you would really get vitamin D from foods would be through supplementation. And also, people in Ireland have been recommended to take supplementations of vitamin D. At least 15 micrograms is what's recommended, and no more than 100 micrograms. Now, this is for adults. Children would be slightly less, but not that much less. Still, it's very important, especially to take supplements during the winter months and the autumn months when there isn't that much sunlight, and you wouldn't be able to make vitamin D naturally from the sunlight. What is super, super important though, if you are taking supplements, is that you've consulted your doctor or pharmacist on the dosage, because vitamin D toxicity can be fatal. Now, I want to point out that vitamin D toxicity is very rare, and it can only be gotten from taking too much supplementation. And when I say too much, I mean like over 1,000 micrograms every day for several weeks. Too much. And like I said, it can be fatal. It's one of the worst types of toxicities from vitamins that you can get. Now, a quick disclaimer here, I'm not a doctor and I don't feel like I have the expertise to comment on whether vitamin D supplementation is a cure or a treatment for COVID-19. But the evidence is there to show that it does play a role in immunity, especially when it comes to immunity against respiratory illnesses. Also, when you look at risk groups, so that would be the elderly, people with chronic illnesses, and people who are overweight or obese, they tend to have more inflammation in their body, and they also tend to have lower vitamin D serum levels. So that's lower vitamin D levels in their body. And that might show that why they are at higher risk. It could. So I would say that if you feel like you would like to take supplementation, obviously consult your doctor or your pharmacist, read the label, make sure you aren't taking too much, maybe increase how much the food sources of vitamin D you take if you eat them types of food, and also get out in the sunlight. Be careful, like put on sun cream and wear protection, but if there is sun, use it. Hope you liked this video and hope it helps. If you did like it, please make sure to hit the like, subscribe and notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload any more videos. Bye!